My Nomad Warriors, what's up? It's your girl Raven. Welcome to your message of motivation. I hope that you guys are doing good tonight. I most certainly am, and so is my dog Odin. I'm gonna go ahead and get this message out for you guys, okay? Because it's been a while since we did a message of motivation, so please bear with me, okay? I've been a bit under the weather, but I'm here. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You feel me? And it always makes me feel better when I do readings. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Please don't forget to check me out also on TikTok, okay? All right, guys. So check it. Today's message of motivation is definitely going to be around healing and learning to go along with the flow of life through stormy times and chaos. Okay. The first card that I got in the pre shuffle here was the Bear Spirit with healing. We have the Meandering Pathway with flow, Storm Spirit with chaos. Yeah. The Bear Spirit card representing healing talks about grounding yourself. It talks about allowing yourself to heal and allowing yourself to be empowered and in control of things. The Meandering Pathway Flow card talks about using your intuition to guide you and just going along with the flow. Even when the path doesn't seem too clear, it's more clear than what you think it is. But let me get the book's meaning on it. I'm not going to read you guys a whole lot because I know how foreign that can be. Okay. So just bear with me here. Okay. So the Bear Spirit says, you're a healer and a channel for the life force of the universe. You are strong and grounded. Healing is unfolding and or a situation is being resolved. Have faith that all is well. So yeah, Spirit is letting you know to ground yourself that everything is going to work out in your favor. You could be really going through something right now. And then for the flow card, it says, everything falls into place when you don't resist the flow of the meandering pathway of life. Allow the path to take you where it needs to go. Don't hurry it or resist it. Simply let go, surrender, and enjoy the journey. So yeah, there could be a situation that you could be trying to get control in control of, so that things will work out. And it may be the more that you meddle in it or the more that you interfere with it, the worse things become. And I'm not blame shifting you guys, not anything like that, but I'm just saying that even though things may seem chaotic, you may need to go along with the flow of it so that you can find your way out of it, okay? And with the last card, the Storm Spirit with Chaos, it says, shred outmoded thinking and self imposed blockages. Tear down walls of self imposed limitations. Step into chaos and embrace it rather than trying to suppress it. Do the unexpected. Ooh, that's a pretty deep message, huh? So this kind of reminds me of the Eight of Swords card in tarot, which is like when you're ruminating about a situation, feel like you're stuck when you're not really stuck, just constantly just like being in this restrictive mindset. And I really feel like Spirit is calling on you to let it go. You have more power than what you know. Okay. Step into the chaos and embrace it rather than trying to suppress it. So the more that you try to remain in control of a situation or appear to be in control, it's like the worse that things get in this situation. Spirit wants you to release it. All right. Let me get some other cards here to see what's going on here. Tell me what's going on with this Bear Spirit healing. Got a new deck, guys. Isn't that cool? All right, mask, and it was sort of in the reverse. Someone could be pretending, putting up a front, or two-faced, or someone's just not genuine. Or this could talk about you putting on a front as though you're in control when you're not. Family, starting a family, making a home, feeling safe, security. Oh, okay, I get it. So it does. This mask card doesn't particularly mean that someone's deceiving you. This could talk about how you're putting on a mask in front of family and friends to come off as stronger or more put together than what you really are. So you could really be struggling and you may really need to go to family or friends for support, but you could be holding it in, trying to be strong. And Spirit is calling on you to maybe ground yourself and allow yourself to be vulnerable at times. Justice is here. Legal matters, court visit, legal papers, divorce. So for some of you guys, you could definitely be putting up a front because you want to keep your family life safe. You want everyone to think that everything's okay. You want to provide security. But I'm also getting that there could be someone in your family or someone that you're in a connection with that may be wearing a mask. And someone here could be wearing a mask to pretend as though they have it together when they really don't. And there could be a divorce on the radar. If it's not a divorce, it could definitely be a lawsuit or some type of legal issue here. There could be someone who's in the family who is having legal issues, and you may know about it a little bit, and you may be questioning them about it, and they may not be so forthcoming with the details, or they're just playing it off like everything's okay when it's really not. Like, there's a lot going on here. Wow. Okay, what's the meandering pathway with flow? Only you, focused on just you, observing you, watching you. There's no one like you. I really feel like this card is telling you that you need to focus on yourself and not on everybody else. Okay. Yes, if you have family, if you have a connection or responsibilities, by all means, you should not ignore those responsibilities. But it's time for you to put yourself first, because whatever issue is going on with like legal issues or just trying to put on the front like everything's okay, Spirit is telling you that you just really need to worry about yourself at this time. Love, unconditional compassion, genuine union. Now, if this is about a connection, like coming into union with someone like a soulmate or something like that, Spirit is telling you, or if, okay, let me say this, even if this is not the topic of the whole reading, some of you guys may be questioning when you're going to come back into union with a soulmate or a twin flame. And Spirit is asking for you to focus on yourself right now and give yourself some unconditional love. Give yourself some compassion and understand that when you're in this genuine energy and focused on you, you know, this is what's going to attract in the type of connection that you want or the person that you want, whatever is going on here, if they're right for you, that is. But I really feel like some of you guys are feeling like, oh, the flow is so stagnant, it's not moving fast enough. And Spirit is like, just focus on yourself at this time and have compassion. Yeah, there's a commitment coming in. Someone could be asking someone out or asking to take a connection to the next level here. Oh man, I'm sensing another situation here, guys. The hell is that? Somebody's out in my hallway fighting. Sounds like. There could be, see, this ties into what I was about to mention. In this family situation, there could be a lot of discord, a lot of fighting. Somebody could be wearing a mask, pretending like everything's okay because they want the family to be happy, but really, they really are ready to get a divorce and be done with this. And the reason being is because they're ready to let go of what's not working for them and allow in flowing energy that would flow them in the connection they want to be in. Like somebody's unhappy being with someone, and all they do is think about how they want to be with someone else. Or, and let me say this, even if you haven't met this person yet that you want or that someone wants to be with, if there isn't a person here, they know that this person isn't for them. And there's a lot of fighting here. What's this storm spirit chaos? Get away. Go on vacation, begin an adventure, run away together. Man, okay. Like I said, I really feel like there's a situation where someone's unhappy in a marriage or like some sort of family connection. They have a strong desire to be with someone else or to be away from this. But they know that the minute that they run away from this is going to bring up a storm that is going to not be so friendly. Yeah, and there are signs from the universe here. Someone could be seeing synchronicities, repeated numbers, meanings. You could be seeing 1-1, 1-1-2-2, 1-2-1-2, 1-0-1-0, which is like a mirror. Someone has been getting signs from the universe that they need to get away, that they really need to explore their passions here. Revenge, retaliation, plotting payback, punishing, getting even. This is what I mean. Someone knows that if they leave something behind, if they give up and walk away from something to somebody, they're getting signs from the universe that someone could be like wanting to get even, that there's going to be retaliation, and they could very much be in their emotions about it. And so, or someone's going to crash out. It says in and out, crashing, yeah, secrets. So someone's keeping something bottled up inside. Yeah. Somebody is with someone who is very controlling, very, very controlling, abusive, mentally, hopefully not physically, but this person desires control above all else. And this person, whoever this person is with, is very superficial. They're all about appearances. They want things to look a certain type of way. Okay. And they know that if you shatter that illusion and let everybody see it for what it is, that front, if someone wants someone to stay with them because they don't want to look bad being alone or knowing that someone broke up with them. And that's really it. And someone feels like that if you can't make this dream work for them, they are going to plot revenge and get payback. I swear, it's crazy. It's like someone's being led to follow their heart and leave a connection behind, but at the same time they're also getting like a subtle warning, like if you do this, someone's gonna crash out here. And man, someone feels stuck. Someone is stuck in their head about getting away from this, and how can they get away with this with the least amount of damage. That's just what I'm getting here. Someone wants to follow the flow of the universe, but they're afraid of what happens when they do. Yeah, rejection and pieces here. Like someone someone is determined that someone is not going to have a peaceful life if they leave them. Yeah, look, love is in reverse. Yeah, someone's like, no, if you can't be happy with me, you can't be happy without me, period. And like someone is like hell bent on crashing somebody's future connections because they don't want to be with them anymore. This is insane. We have illumination and sweetness here. Someone wants you to be rejected. They don't want you to be looked at as any sort of beacon of happiness going forward in the future. They want you to be destroyed. They do. Yeah, look, protest. Somebody, oh my God. Somebody wants you to be depressed. They don't want you to move on. Someone here could be plotting to propose to someone or ask someone out. There's somebody on the, okay, I really, of course, this may be a third party situation. It may not be, but it's like someone has realized how incompatible they are with somebody, how incompatible, I'm sorry, they are with someone. And how it's like someone is realizing that the best thing that ever happened to them has gotten away and they want it back. Yeah. Then this is another card that's very similar to the Eight of Swords in Tarot. This confinement card, someone's in their mind about how they passed over a blessing to deal with this. To deal with this. And you see how she got I'm not trying to be funny, but she already got a victim in the background. You feel me? Like, this is crazy. These cards are dark as hell. They really are. But what I'm saying is that somebody is like, your heart is mine and mine alone. And I'm not trying to be funny, but it is Halloween. That's what she's holding in her hand, okay? Somebody's like, your heart belongs to me and me only. You can't take it nowhere else. Nowhere else. So someone is not opening up on their emotions or how they feel because they know when they do, homegirl or homeboy or whoever this is going to really come out. And I'm telling you, they feel stuck. They feel stuck. This person is like, you know what? Even if I don't get you, I bet you I get them. Yeah, look. Someone, and I hope this isn't you. I hope it really isn't true, but I'm going to say this because I'm intuitive and I have to speak on my gift, okay? But there could be someone who really is in fear of their life in one way or the other because they don't know, because it seems like somebody's very unstable, okay? Very mentally unstable. And there's a lot of love for this person, but they're unstable and they really need to get help. So if this is you, if you're thinking about leaving this situation and it's really, really, to that point where things can get physical, make sure that you're reaching out to friends and family. I mean, there's a lot of organizations out there that can help you escape an abusive situation. Please get out, okay? Because the universe is letting you know that you're going to be covered. Yeah. This person can't keep you stuck. Yeah, they're doing too much. This is somebody who's just, they're very greedy. They're doing too much. And it's causing a lot of stress and making you or maybe someone you know feel like they're stuck in a freaking nightmare when it comes to their friendships, when it comes to their connections. Like someone can't fully enjoy life the way they want to. Someone is making someone compromise, you know, on their pride and ego, or not compromise on their pride and ego, but they're using their pride and ego to compromise what they really want out of life. Yeah, someone's like, why are you hanging with them? They look a certain type of way, or they're about, or they're not, they don't have as much money as you, or like somebody, I don't know, somebody's a weirdo. Somebody just likes to fight. Somebody cannot stand to see somebody be at peace. Like, for example, you could just be chilling, reading a book, just like this person here playing PlayStation or something, watching something on your phone, TikTok, whatever. And this person wants to come in and start a fight because they cannot stand the fact that you are just chilling. They can't. Or they can't stand the fact that you may get what you want to have a victory. It's like misery loves company. Somebody does not want to see you be in this self-loving energy here, and they're protesting it because they want you to be depressed. They want you to be afraid. It's such just like they asses. Excuse my language, but it is. Yeah, this is somebody who's lonely, somebody who's isolated. They ain't got no friends. They got a victim state of mind 24 freaking 7. Don't know what the hell they want to do with themselves. Should I go to do this? Should I do that? Like somebody here is, again, this is like misery loves company, and they want to keep pulling the strings on everybody that's in their connection, everybody that's in their life. I mean, so this isn't just a love connection. This could be family. This could be, kids. Like this could be someone like extremely controlling, like controlling to the point where they control everything their kids do, or at least they try to. They're interfering in their love connections. Like somebody's on that, man, for real. So this is a message of motivation. So I'm going to get into the healing part of this, what the advice is. But I really feel like part of the advice is for you to walk down your own path and not allow this to stagnate you anymore. Because somebody really has intense feelings on being with someone or somebody, or if it's not a person, they have intense feelings on moving on. Their intentions are set on moving on and being happy. Excuse me. And they're realizing they can't be happy this way. What's the advice here? King of Swords. That's Aquarius energy. Aren't these cards cute? I love them. I just got them. Okay, so the King of Swords, he makes decisions that he don't go back on. You feel me? And the Eight of Cups is in reverse now, which talks about can't let go, being stubborn, fear of abandonment, um, emotional baggage. So the advice here is Spirit is asking for you to be the authority in your life. Also, like I said before, if this is one of those connections where, like an abusive connection where you are having trouble escaping and you may actually have to get the law involved, like police may have to escort someone off the property, with their things or something like that. Spirit is letting you know that this person is very stubborn. They have abandonment issues. They cannot let go of things. So you're going to have trouble getting away. Okay, so you may need to get the law involved. Okay, also, but if not, for others, Spirit is telling you to stand on business. Make a decision here to cut this off. Okay, and don't have a fear of abandonment, and don't be swayed by this person's fear of abandonment. Someone got strong emotional issues, and they could be in need of some serious shadow work and healing. And I sympathize with that. But at the same time, you can't let someone else's wounding stop you from living your life. You absolutely can't. Yeah, the Hierophant's in reverse. Yeah, that's Taurus energy. So someone here may be considering a divorce, or there's a need to um, work on a new approach, or to march by the beat of your own drum. Your own personal beliefs are here. Knight of Cups in reverse. That talks about disappointment, moodiness, heartbreaking energy, unrequited love, troublemaker. Yeah. The Hierophant in reverse also talks about rebellion, being rebellious. So Spirit is definitely telling you that you may need to consider a new approach, because this person is a troublemaker. Yeah, Queen of Wands in reverse. This is somebody who likes to look good without doing any of the work. They're overbearing. They're self-conscious, insecure, petty, catty, a hoe witch, and fire sign energy. So yeah, the Spirit is telling you that you may need to rethink your approach when it comes to leaving this person. You may actually need to be honest with them and just tell them straight up that their love for you is unrequited. That they're overbearing, that they're self-conscious, that they're catty. You can't deal with it. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. That you're ready to make plans, that it's time to be practical about things. Someone here is exploring the potential of the connection and they're realizing this person does not meet their needs. Yeah, the Nine of Wands in reverse. And now they're ready to retreat, ready to give it up. It's like surrendering. They have no fight left. Someone wants to recover the connection and it can't be recovered. So to be real with you, just like the King of Swords starting out, it's time to be real about the situation. It's time to have that talk with someone and to be very, very truthful, mental clarity, honest, just direct, okay? Brutally honest. And let someone know that, look, this isn't working out. I'm not happy this way. This is why. And we can't control how someone takes this kind of news, collective. So this person may crash out, all this and the other, but you have got to do what you got to do so that you can heal, because your healing is your priority at this time. Yeah, Six of Cups is in reverse. Someone here is in regret, or they're in denial. They're stuck in the past. They don't want to let go of the past. Yeah. This could be someone that you have children with, or your person has children with. Take it how it resonates, okay? There's a family dynamic involved, or someone may have spent a lot of time with this person, a lot of years, like grew up with this person, basically. You may have met, if you're in a connection with this person, you may have met them in high school or before that or whatever, and you just, even if the connection has been off and on, you guys have always been together one way or the other. You guys have like some sort of connection. And this can be very hard to let go of. But this person doesn't want to let go. They don't want to let go. They're in regret. But I also feel like this person is also aware that this is a stalemate, that this isn't a happy connection, but they're so insecure and don't want to deal with abandonment that they don't want to let it go. We have the Death in reverse. I just said that. Scorpio energy. Somebody does not want to let it go. Look at that picture. Isn't that cute? Yeah, so the Death in reverse talks about fear of change, holding on, depression, or delayed ending. Yeah. I also feel like this may have been you at some point. You didn't want to let this connection go. And even though you may have felt like this was not where you wanted to be, somebody was really hoping that things could turn around. Somebody needs to definitely have a talk about maybe a possible divorce or splitting up from someone or walking on more non-traditional path. Somebody needs to rebel against conformity and let somebody know that, look, I have love for you, but I'm not in love with you anymore. This isn't happiness to me. And they don't really want to tell this person that because this person is very insecure, very self-conscious, but they really need to speak on it. That's why that Page of Pentacles is upright, even though everyone else is like, reversed, because it's like somebody really needs to speak on this. They really need to speak on it and say, look, I can't keep on living in the past with you. And I can't keep holding on to this with you. Someone needs to speak their truth. They really do. That's the advice here. Yeah, Ten of Wands reverse, so that you guys can release a burden here. Learn. Also, this is a card that represents learning to say no, because somebody here could be ready to break down under all the weight of all the burdens they carry, trying to manage everything. So yeah, this is definitely a situation where you may have went ahead and tried to reconcile this connection many times before in the past, out of necessity, trying to manage things. And now somebody here is overburdened and they really need to say no. Yeah, Queen of Swords in reverse. It's making them bitchy, salty, Libra energy. That's being pessimistic, being manipulative, being rude. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles is here upright. Spirit is letting you know that the moment that you speak your truth and you stand on business with it, not just speak it, but actually stand on business, make a decision. The King of Swords, when he makes a judgment, he does not go back. You see how stern his face looks? That's just so funny to me. Like he does not play. Okay. He is all logic. He can also be seen as a judge as well. When he makes a decision, he don't go back on it. The minute you stand on business with this, there's going to be a new beginning here, a new abundance, stability. Something major is going to come in for you guys. The Chariot in reverse. That could talk about self-doubt, feeling lost. Hold on, why is the Chariot reversed with the Ace of Pentacles upright? Ooh. Ah, the High Priestess. Isn't that cute? Okay, and then we've got the King of Wands upright. All right. And then look, the star is at the bottom of the deck. Oops, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that she was showing her goods. Yeah, these cards are very childlike, but they're very adult as well. Okay, so if you saw that, please don't report me, even though I'm pretty sure y'all will anyway. But anyways, what I'm saying is that when I'm getting here, collective, Spirit wants you to keep your moves hidden. Okay, your inner voice, your third eye is calling on you to be a natural leader, to be optimistic, to be energetic, to overcome obstacles and make a move here, a major move. Because if you let self-doubt, I mean, yeah, you're being called to believe in yourself with the High Priestess. Because if you let self-doubt creep in with this Chariot reverse, it's going to stop this major manifestation from coming in. I also feel like that the person that someone's trying to leave behind is trying to manifest this onto you so that you don't leave. Because they know what you can become without them. Someone knows that someone has this motivation, this energy, this drive, this passion to move away from them, and they want to stagnate it. So someone's going to try to throw like a monkey wrench into your shit. So keep your moves hidden. I'm getting that. But mainly though, what I'm getting is that someone definitely needs to speak their truth and really see it for what it is. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the message there. And I really hope that resonated for you. And like I said, if you're dealing with a really domestic situation, call for help. Okay. Don't try to do this alone. They say often that when it comes to like abusive domestic situations, that the most dangerous time is when someone's trying to leave. So if you're dealing with someone who kind of cray cray or just they have no emotional control and they tend to get physical, make sure that you're reaching out to the appropriate, groups of people like friends and family that could help you. The law, make sure you get the law involved. Like, don't try to do this on your own, okay? But if not, Spirit is letting you know that this person is not going to let go easily. But that doesn't mean that you should stop and allow them to run over you and keep this connection going. If you're not happy, you're not happy. Let your happiness lead you is what I'm getting. Okay. Because someone here really, really wants to be with you, or there's somebody that somebody really wants to be with. But the only way that that's going to happen is if they move away from this. So this reading is definitely talking about standing up for yourself. Definitely. All right, guys, have a good night. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please hit the thumbs up. Okay. See you later. Bye.